of it's going to be really exciting, like when we get into the new building, kids will be able to get a little smattering and be scared to death of the Megalodon exhibit at Fort Fisher, and then they're going to want to go. So we value our partnership with them. Thank you for being here today. We look forward to great things in the future. Okay, and now today I have the honor of announcing and recognizing a new partnership. Just a bit ago, I was contacted by a gentleman who says, don't use my name because I'm not important, this is corporate, so I'll honor my promise to Russ. But he called and talked to me about the possibility and how he thought that our mission and what we were doing fit with the national interest of a company called Shackley. I'm sure that many, many of you are familiar with that name. It is an international company. It grossed because I looked you up. So I knew about Shackley, but I wanted to know more. More than $500,000 last year. They are moving also into the green area. They have a huge green movement within the Shackley company. And the good news is that we are going on board with Shackley, and Shackley is coming on board with us, and we couldn't be happier. I want to introduce to you Kevin Crandall. Kevin, raise your hand. Shackley believes in us enough that they flew Kevin from their corporate office in California to see what was going on today and to talk with us. We have some of the Shackley products out on the table. And I will tell you that being able to think that as we move into our new building, that our visitors will be using eco-friendly Shackley products as they use our restrooms, that our facility will be cleaned by, that our towels and the things we use with the turtles, all of those things are going to be using those great Shackley products provided to us by Shackley so that we can be even more green. It fits with us. Kevin, thank you so much for being with us today. And thanks to Shackley. Okay. I always like to have just a few minutes to talk. I keep seeing our folks that haven't been here, we haven't seen for a while, and I love them, everyone. I want to speak to our staff for just a little bit, our regular staff, those people who work every day, those who are in the trenches. Why would anyone ever want to volunteer at the Central Hospital? I've had that question. I even had somebody say, well, it's smelly and it's dirty and you stink when you come out. And why do you do that? Well, folks, our staff knows that if you have to ask, you don't get it. So you're missing something. Until you have looked into those eyes, until you have seen that grace and beauty, until you have heard the message that they are bringing to us, that the oceans are in trouble, and not only do they as individuals need our help, but the ocean and all its creatures need our help. Until you see that and feel it in every pore of your body, even if you do stink because of it, you don't get it. And staff, we do. Is it true? Yes. I have never known a group of people, and I've been around for a few years now, who was more dedicated, more committed, more compassionate than this group of people. Why do they do it? Because they know they make a difference. They come here on their assigned day, and they never know what they're going to find. They deal with the suffering, with the dying, with the horrible wounds. They pat and they hold the flippers as these magnificent creatures pass away. They shed their tears, and then they go on to the next one, because that's what we do. I am sure that none of them ever thought they'd be standing over a horribly wounded sea turtle who has just passed from that suffering stage to life no longer. I know that I never thought I'd be doing that, and I never thought about what a privilege it would be.
Amen.
Because we believe they know that they are safe when they come here, that they are comforted when they come here, and that we tell them, if you need to go, it's okay. It's okay. But if they show us one spark that says, I don't care if my lungs are cut open and my guts are hanging out and my shell is crushed, I want to live. When we get that message, we are going to use every breath we have to help them make it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Years of recovery. We're committed to it. I think about something that a gentleman who was one of our vendors, provides the major amount of our equipment we use, said to me a few years ago. He stopped by to see how we were doing and what the plans were for the new hospital, etc. And this is what he said to me as he was leaving. I have never seen a place where so much was done with so little. Every single one of you pat yourselves on the back, because we don't have all the glorified aspects of most facilities. We don't have the cutting-edge equipment. We don't have the big fancy building, and even though we're getting a new one, it's not going to be fancy. We don't have the super trained staff and the resources that others have. But we have something that nobody can ever take away from us, and I challenge anyone to meet it. We have the heart, and we don't give up. Today, I salute all of you, my friends, and I tell you how much what you do is appreciated. We all appreciate each other. That's it. We all know we can rely on each other, both in the hospital and outside for personal matters. We are a family. We talk about the sea turtle family, and I'm the mama turtle. So that is an important thing that will not go away, because we will not let it.
Amen. So,
it seems to me that last year I stood in the same place and I said, this is probably going to be the last release. And so now I'll say, in the famous words of somebody that I loved, Yogi Berra, it's deja vu all over again. So we all know that there are forces that we cannot overcome, but we will work through them. The delays that have been at the Turtle Hospital, we've tried to handle. We're still trying to handle. We will continue to handle. Nobody is going to stop us. Not ineptness, not lack of attention, not being on the job, not getting it done in spite of promises to the contrary. We will survive, and we will get it done. Nobody who walks away from our process project and has nobody even there doing anything for 4 weeks, and then comes back and says, oh, well, we've got all this to do, works 2 days and leaves again, let me tell you, they will not defeat us. We will get that hospital built. And if I have to recruit every single one of you to go up there with a hammer and a paintbrush and whatever